it was your idea. All the movies that was done on Roc-A-Fella, you was the one behind it.
Yeah, every single thing that happened in Rockefeller was basically my idea. But yeah, homeboy did his job. He rapped.
How did state property come about?
Well, that's my model for music. If you want to break a record, I just looked at who was the most successful. So, whether you like it or not, Elvis was one of the most successful. And the same time Elvis was the number one rock and roll artist, he was the number one actor. You look at Prince, Purple Rain, right? You look at Diana Ross, she made movies. You know, the ones and the artists that you remember are the ones that made movies. That's how you break, any group. So Rockefeller, we broke with because we were in trouble until Streets is Watching. You know what I'm saying? Big trouble. And when State Property, I gave him the name State Property because they were always in jail. Every one of them except Freeway always had a case. So he's like, yo, we might as well just call y'all State Property. And it was about making a movie, and in the movie, putting all the crew in there, putting all the clothes. It was based. It was inspired by things and true events that had actually happened, but then it got completely exaggerated and turned into straight fiction. Um, and then we made a soundtrack, and I put the way I looked at it was because every artist, had a budget, but if I could do one project and put all the artists on it wouldn't come out their budget. There would be a new budget. And whichever record or single from that soundtrack kicked off, that would be the artist that would come out first. That would dictate, who we would put our attention on because you couldn't work all these different records at one time. It's just too much money on the street and not enough resources and not enough manpower. And what came out of that, I think, was Chris and Neef. Their single. It was a bunch of stuff, but it was like a way I could make videos without taking it out of their budgets.
Wow. So the Streets is Watching was your idea.
Come on, bro. Yeah, of course. Yeah, what happened there was, and again, look at the receipts. For some reason, Homeboy wanted to be, and I hate to say this now, but Puff was killing him, right? He was killing him. Is when Biggie died. And on another note, I was in the studio when Source Money wrote Every Step You Take because Puff started to try to pay the artist on Roc-A-Fella and State Property to come write for him. And I wouldn't let any of them go over there without me because I didn't want them to be influenced by whatever was going on over there. So I was like, I'm going over there. I would never let them go over there without me. And I would make sure I negotiated all their deals. So anyway, Puff was rolling. I remember running into Mace right before he did that video with the red shiny suit on. And I'm teasing him like, yo, what are you doing with a red shiny suit on? And he was tight like, man, Puff got me doing this. And I'm like, yo, what happened to Mace Mussolini? But that shit worked. So I guess, Jay wanted a Hype Williams video and I wasn't jacking Paul's hype neither. I didn't want nothing to do with that shit. And Hype gave us a treatment that had Jay as a clown, literally a balloon. He had his nose as a balloon and he pops it, right? And I was like, yo, he's trying to give us the banana in the tailpipe. But Jay was like, nah, that's what everybody doing. That's what we got to do. All right. So we do it. It's called Sunshine, and we got these suits on. And what was up about it was I was like spoofing them. Like I was like, oh, it was like a spoof. And everyone took it serious because we had suits and they roasted us for that video. I'm talking about everything was on the line. Leor said he wasn't fucking with us no more. I was going to give him his money back that they had advanced us so we could go be independent again. And instead, I decided to make a movie about the B-sides, the tough because I like the B-sides. I hate singles because I don't want to hear everything that everyone else is listening to. I like to be different. So I like when you get in my car for you to hear some fly shit that you never heard before. Because I'm Dame Dash. I should never be playing something that you heard before. You should be hearing some bubonic shit when you get in the car with me if I'm Dame Dash. And I've gotten in the car with Kanye and everybody else and always be like, yeah, it's always something they didn't hear. And the reason why is because I keep a lot of eclectic people around me. But anyway, that's another story. But because of that video, that was the reason why we did Streets is Watching. And that's what took us off, was Streets is Watching. But yeah, every single movie, every single idea, Rockware, any other vertical that came from Paul's Roc-A-Fella was completely my idea. And I dare somebody to say it wasn't. I could say that with full confidence.
Yeah, that Streets is Watching was classic, man. I remember being a kid and my uncles, they had that on repeat, like nonstop. They just kept playing that over and over, man.
When we made it, the way I looked at it was we had just got, all of us had screens. No. Jay had screens in his Lexus. I didn't have screens in mine. Did I? I can't remember. But, that was when everybody was putting screens in the headrest, but you needed something to play. So I was like, yo, it'll be like a visual album. So while it's playing, you can watch it, you can hear it. And I've always made visual albums from then on, you know? But yeah, that was completely my idea.
Yeah, that shit was hard, man. That friend of foe, imaginary player. Yeah, I gotta release that in HD, man. Like the versions that's online is bad quality.
I know. It's me. I got it. You know what it is sometimes revisiting, I'd be so into the new stuff. But you're right. I'll deal with all that. I'll deal with it.
Gotta ask you, right? I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but is that a pause button?
Yeah. Pause, pause. I get sick of saying it. So, now we made some pause buttons.